me slide that one out for you guys to pass it around. Okay. Well, good morning, everyone, and welcome to this beautiful day here in Indiana at Nirodha Mindfulness Center. And welcome to the people watching us on YouTube as well. Good morning to everyone. My name is Yosmara, and I'm a certified mindfulness teacher. And I'm so glad to be back here today. I've been out for a couple of weeks, but as much as I would love to be here every Saturday, there's sometimes some situations that we struggle daily with health and other stuff that sometimes we just need to take a step back and take time for ourselves in order to be able to function and to feel better. So today, we're going to be talking about how to embrace, or the topic is embracing self-compassion. And I was telling my husband, I was like, that's the topic, but I always like to say that that's our intention for our practice. Because when we do things with intention, right, and we do it with all that we carry within us, then we are able to get more benefits from our practice and create some ripple effects that will last not the whole day, but a lifetime for the people that we're sharing the space with. So when we talk about, I wanted to talk today about self-compassion because I bumped into this article 2 days ago, and then yesterday I received an email, and that was the topic. And that's something I've been like kind of talking all week long with a lot of people, and I was like, oh, as a matter of fact, let me just do this as well on Saturday. And it is important to cultivate self-compassion, not only as a mindfulness practice, but I believe self-compassion bring each individual a unique sense of well-being. And it's something that I didn't realize until I started practicing mindfulness and until I went through the whole certification program. And I started noticing a lot of changes in me, in the way I was thinking, the way I was acting, the way I was reacting even to life events, daily life events. And that's the practice I've been sticking with for the past, I will say, months, right? And it's so different when you practice self-compassion versus when you're focused on building your self-esteem back. And I'm not sure if you guys can tell me why. Maybe some of you can think of why self-esteem and self-compassion, when we put our focus on one of them, how they can be different or how they can be similar, sometimes without us even realize it, that they have similarities and that they have a lot of differences as well. And for example, with self-esteem, one thing that we tend to do, and that is something that happened like in every society, when they talk to us and teach us about self-esteem, they lead us to a path where we're always looking for constant outside validation. We're always comparing ourselves with others. We always kind of weighing our success in life based on our productivity, based on our accomplishments. And we need to do this, and we need to go this path because that way I'm gonna do that, and that way I'm gonna be recognized, and that's gonna make me feel better. But does it really make us feel better? Not all the times, because not all the time things happen the way we think they will happen, the way we expect they happen for us. And when that happens and we have failure, things doesn't happen the way we want them, we are not capable of finishing or completing a task, for example, we feel very much defeated. We get angry with ourselves. We started like probably creating stories in our mind. Our mind starts creating stories about how we weren't capable, how we were not worthy, how we are not worthy of having this, of accomplishing that. And that's basically the foundation of our self-esteem. That's why there's so many problems when it comes to trying to rebuild that or trying to simply maintain it.
So, what do you mean by self-esteem? Self-centered?
It could be self-centered, yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
because you know that people are always talking about, oh, you have a very high self-esteem.
Mm-hmm.
And you can be a person that is, when you come into a place, you look like you are whole. But are you really? Are you inside you? Is that what's truthfully happening to you in life? And that's when self-compassion comes in. Because um, in contrary, right, to what self-esteem is, self-compassion is being kind, bringing that kindness that we can give others, that compassion that we are capable of giving others, that love we're capable of giving others to ourselves.
Yeah. So self-esteem coming from self-centered
Self-centered
can be
and what is
egoistic.
egoistic.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yes.
I got it. Yeah,
What
thank
it's
you.
out, what everything that is external
Yeah.
is what we base our self-esteem. And so that's basically we are taught, so socially we are taught that we have to have a high self-esteem. You have to accomplish things, you have to produce, you have to be on the go. But recent research, and there's so many scientific data of this information right now, is showing that the best thing you can do for your overall well-being is to bring self-compassion towards you, is connecting to yourself inwards, is giving yourself, like I was saying, that kindness that you can give to other, is listening to your body the same way that, for example, Dr. Tran listens to her patients when they go to her consult. It's having that openness, that of being not judgmental, of not expecting how things are going to go, but just being there, present, and not with not only with what surrounds you, but also, and most importantly, with what's inside you. And one thing I will say that I have learned from incorporating this practice in more depth in my life is that I don't react at all. And at the beginning, it was kind of scary because I always been very explosive. I was just a person that you just needed to go like this, not even even yes. And I had conversations this recent past weeks with my kids that are like young adults and teenagers, and I have talked to them like didn't notice I was being so awful to you guys. And one of them told me, "Mom, we were scared of you," and I was like, but when you bring this type of practices into your life, not only because I practice mindfulness, not only because I practice meditation, but when you bring this type of practices with full awareness and consciousness into your life, you're capable of having these healing conversations with others, not only with your kids, but with your significant other, with your siblings, even with your parents, with your coworkers, with the people that you lead, or with the community that you are into, and it becomes a beautiful yet painful awakening, for sure, because you started realizing how you were operating from a place, from a foundation that was not based in self-compassion and love. That you were operating all the time from a foundation that, as much compassion as you can pour out there, if you don't have that for yourself, you're pouring from an empty cup. And today's practice, right, I wanted just to talk a little bit about this because I want to leave you with this right now as we begin our practice today. Individually think, how can you embrace bringing self-compassion into your lives individually? Think of maybe just one aspect of your life that you could be more nurturing towards yourself, more caring, more loving, more kind and compassionate. Just think about that. If at the end you would like to share it, feel free to do so, but know that you do not have to share this part that I'm telling you. It's like your private homework. Let's just say it like that. I'm more than happy to hear it and to share with you that. And because that's how we learn, right? Also by sharing our experiences. So with that said, I would like you to just I would like to bring a little bit of movement before we begin. So as we sit with our legs crossed, I want you to just let your hands rest on your knees. And as you breathe in, bring your body straight. Make sure that your spine and your head are aligned. And on the exhale, you're going to start leaning forwards toward your right. And then creating a circle towards your left. Breathe in, and in the exhale, going down. Creating small hip circles. When you inhale, you can pull yourself and your spine straight and back so you can feel that stretch. Massaging our sit bones and all those muscles. We can reverse the circles and lubricating those joints on our hips, on our sacrum. Letting our body know that we're given it permission to be present here and now. And noticing the areas of discomfort while you're doing this. Now, whenever you're ready, just meet me at the center. Take a deep inhale in, and you're going to bring your shoulders up towards your ears and holding them there while you hold your breath for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and slowly breathe it out and let them down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's do this 2 more times. Breathe in. Hold them tight. Arms are straight. And slowly we breathe out and let the shoulders drop. 1 more time. Breathe in. 5, 4, 3, 2. Let it out slowly. Now we're going to begin to draw circles with our shoulders. Back. And then we're going to move them forward, reversing those circles gently and slowly. I would like to invite you now just to adjust your posture, right? Maybe you would like to be gazing down towards the floor. Maybe you want to leave your eyes open and just look outside. Maybe you want to just close them. I would like you to invite your loving awareness and focus attention to your sit bones, to the surface you're sitting on. Inviting a deep cleansing breath in through the nose and gently letting it all out through the nose. Breathing in the stillness of this moment. As we connect with the surface, with the ground, Inviting this beautiful love and energy we're sharing today to create a loving kindness and compassion that we can spread from within us into this room, to this community. Deep breaths in through the nose and out through the nose. And just noticing if there's any areas of discomfort. You begin to feel your legs that are getting like numb or tingling sensations. Don't resist it. Let those sensations be. Let your beautiful and unique body feel that love and connection with the surface. That beautiful sense of security and safetyness. Maybe you feel like me and your hips are very much tight today and you're feeling the discomfort. Just sit there and breathe through your hips, your lower back. Inviting Mother Earth's energy to recharge us on this beautiful day. As we begin to slowly pull up that energy, from our root chakra up towards sacral chakra. Sense in your body. Without any need of holding onto any ideas or thoughts. Slowly visualizing how that energy comes up towards your spine. To your solar plexus chakra. Is located above our navel. Breathing in. I am breathing in. Breathing out. I am breathing out and I'm releasing all my worries and false beliefs. Breathing in deep and gently. As you keep moving this energy, beautiful life force energy upwards to your chest and your heart center. Maybe you would like to bring the palms of your hands to your chest. You visualize this beautiful energy going up upwards your body. Just noticing the spaces of your body that need probably a little bit more care, a little bit more kindness. With self-compassion comes self-acceptance as well. Breathing in. I am breathing in, and I'm grateful for this beautiful life moment unfolding in front of me. Breathing out, I slowly let go of resistance, of the need of controlling the outcomes of everything that unfolds in front of me. With each inhale you take, invite self-compassion to become one with you. Invite acceptance, resilience, and love. We keep moving this beautiful energy up towards our throat chakra. That space that let us communicate not only with others, but with ourselves. When our throat chakra is not spiraling properly, we tend to have a lot of discomfort in those areas in our neck, and we struggle to express our emotions, our worries, even our dreams with clarity. Just notice how your body feels from your neck down right now. You keep breathing in the stillness of this moment. Remembering that if any thoughts come, just let them come. And come back home to you, to your breath. Moving this life force energy upwards to the space between your eyebrows, your third eye chakra. Invite the muscles on your face to relax. You let your jaw clench and your mouth open a little bit. And with each breath, invite a sense of relaxation into the muscles around your eyes, your temples, and your forehead. As we move this energy with our breath all the way up towards the top of our head, our crown chakra. This space where we create the beautiful connection with the divine, with God, spirit, source, however you want to call it. Just try to visualize now an orb of golden, bright golden light on top of your head. And see how that light, your unique light, expands with love and compassion. With each inhale and each exhale, touching the energetic orb of the person next to you. And creating a beautiful orb of light, golden bright light. covers us all as we unite in this beautiful moment as one. Let the air comes in and out of your nostrils naturally and slowly. Maybe you can even hear your own breath. Maybe you would like to focus on the beautiful sound of the water. Just let this beautiful energy bathe you completely from the top of your head to the tip of your toes. And invite this energy to cleanse you, to let go, to help you release any resistance that your body might be feeling or experiencing right now. Direct your breath, send your breath to those areas of discomfort. Remembering that we resist in our lives will always persist. That we are the only ones that are capable of give us hope, of give us love, of nurturing those areas that are in need within us. As you keep breathing in and out by yourself, enjoying the beautiful experience of being fully present, here and now with yourself. Embracing with gratitude this beautiful moment of togetherness, of connection, and inviting that compassion we're capable of giving others to move inwards towards ourselves. That hug that we give others that are so meaningful and important. Think of how would you feel if you were giving one of those hugs to yourself. Inhaling deeply and exhaling longer and slower. Showing gratitude towards our bodies. For letting us be here today. Sending gratitude to all the parts that form us from within, all the connective tissue, the joints, the organ, our fascia tissue, our nervous system, other body systems and organs that forms it, bones, everything that makes us who we are. Our skin and all the outside part of us that are what people see. Breathing in and gently letting the air out. Breathing in deeply, consciously, and in a full awareness that this cleansing air is filling your lungs and your whole body and re-energizing it. Breathing now, I let go of resistance and I embrace self-compassion. I would like to invite you to keep breathing while you listen. This beautiful grounding frequency. Letting the sound travel from your ears through your whole body. Maybe noticing if there's any specific parts of your body that feel warm or tingly while you were listening. Inhaling deeply and exhaling slower. Taking a deep cleansing inhale and blowing that air out through your mouth. Repeating this 2 more times. Deep breath in. Slow breath out, blowing it all out gently, letting it all out. One last time, breathing in deeply and letting it all out as we begin to bring back our awareness into the room that we're sharing. Maybe wiggling our toes, moving our fingers, even stretching our legs up front, and opening our eyes into this beautiful moment that we just shared together. Okay, how are you feeling now? Yeah, they get a little bit icky, but so I would like today, I wanted to read something to you regarding our topic or intention for this practice. And it's something that caught my attention very much. And I would like to read this to you. You can circle your ankles, stretch your legs, maybe take a deep inhale and take a big stretch. And there are like some key differences between self-compassion and self-esteem that are like very enlightened, I will say. My leg is all like. And like I was mentioning earlier, the source of validation. Self-esteem often relies on external validation and comparisons with others to feel worthy. Self-compassion, however, encourages internal validation, where self-worth comes from recognizing our intrinsic value. When we practice more self-compassion, the dependence on success change, because with self-esteem, it can be contingent on success and often fluctuates with our latest achievements or failures. Self-compassion is unconditional, promoting an unwavering kindness towards oneself, regardless of our external circumstances. Self-esteem can lead to defensive or aggressive reaction towards those who criticize us or our failures, as it threatens our sense of self. Self-compassion allows us to accept constructive criticism and respond with understanding and grace. Self-esteem can make failures feel devastating, affecting our overall view of ourselves. With self-compassion, we see failure as opportunities to learn and grow, treating them with gentleness and understanding. High self-esteem doesn't necessarily equate to comparison toward others, and can sometimes foster narcissism and egocentrism. Conversely, self-compassion enhances empathy and fosters a more altruistic attitude towards others and the self. Self-compassion provides a stronger and more durable foundation for resilience, helping us bounce back more quickly from setback with a caring and supportive attitude towards ourselves. Self-compassion is linked to fewer mental health issues like depression and anxiety. And I can say that mine got way better since I started practicing meditation itself. But the more I practice self-compassion, the easier it is for me to manage my daily anxiety, as it promotes a healthier approach to handling emotional distress, where areas self-esteem does not offer this protective factor. Finally, self-compassion is sustainable. is that not wane when external accolades are absent, but remains a constant source of comforting self reassurance. And this was written by Sean Fargo. That was the email I got yesterday from the program, and I was like, "This is incredible because this is what I've been talking all week." And I wanted to share this part of that email with you all because, like I was saying at the beginning, the more we practice self-compassion, the better we will feel about ourselves and with ourselves and with everything else that unfolds around us. And as much as we experience difficult situations and difficult events, it makes it easier just to cope with that and to just be and not let that be you. Well, let's just give ourselves a little self massage today. And we're going to rub the palms of our hands together to create some heat, right? To bring that life force energy that we were sharing with Mother Earth today and with each and every one of us. And we're going to put the palms of our hands on our eyes. And I would like to invite you to just to take at least 3 cleansing breaths here. When you're done with the third one, we come back to our hands, to rub in our hands and create a little bit more heat and friction here. And with the palm of our hands, we're going to massage our eyes. Inviting a new sense of love, self-love and self-compassion towards our bodies today, right? Releasing the tensions of the week, letting go. We're going to massage our temples. You can reverse your circles here. And you want to bring the tips of your fingers in your head and just massage your head. You can start up doing like this motion and slowly going downward to our neck. Massaging the base of your skull. Now bring in your hands, like put in your hands like this. So like this. So you're gonna kind of grab your ear with these 2 fingers and you're gonna massage your ears, like pulling them down, massaging the back of your ear, reminding those lymph nodes back there that they need to let go of whatever they're holding to, and inviting a new sense of relaxation here. You can also go around the border of your ear, kind of like pull, like. We do the same on the other side. This is a way of showing some care towards our nervous system as well. When you're done with your ears, you're going to grab one hand, either side, it's fine. Whatever you choose, it's fine. And you kind of just want to go like this on the back of your neck. And we're going to rub our shoulders here. Pulling our fingers, massaging our hands. rotating our wrist one side and the other. And coming up towards the inner part of our arm as well. Using these 2 fingers to find that tender spot there and just going backwards at least 3 or 4 times and forward here to let go of the pressure, the tightness on that pressure point. Now we do the same on the other side. If you do that before bedtime, I assure you, you're going to sleep very nicely. But we are so busy that we forget that to take time just to do it. Yep. That's the story of our lives forever and ever, right? Now we want to go down one side and the other one. And we're going to put our hands like this so we can massage our lower back. The back of our hips. And you can do this so both legs at a time. I like to take time and just squeeze and rub. And you're going to bring your leg upwards and you're going to massage your feet. You might want to start with this area with the arc of your feet right here, which is the area that represents our spine completely. And you can just go like circular motions. Let me not do that with this leg because I have a toe that is not right. You just circle those ankles from one side to the other one, reversing the circle. And then coming back to your other leg.
Self-compassion.
Yes, that's part of it, yeah. We see others, for example, our kids, our significant others, or family member that is struggling, and we will do this for them, but we won't do it for ourselves. And we should be able to just say, okay, I'm doing this first of all for me,
Yeah.
and that's okay. That's not selfish. No. That actually means that we're setting those boundaries clear enough for us to know that we should be always our own priority, nothing else. Okay.
Oh.
So let's see if we can stand up. We've been sitting for almost an hour now, so. And I want to invite you to take a deep inhale, bring your arms up towards the sky, palms touching, little bit of a back bend, and slowly bending your knees, bringing your back down, hands to the floor, straightening your legs a little bit, holding up your elbows, making sure that your head is right here between your shoulders, right? If you have to bend your knees a little bit, do so, and just try to swing your body from side to side. Inhaling, coming to center. Exhaling, moving to the side. On the next inhale, coming back to center, planting your hands down, taking a deep breath in, bringing your hands to your shin, back straight in, gaze looking down, exhaling down completely again, bending your knees and slowly coming up. We do that again. Deep breath in, slowly down. It's important that we bend our knees a little bit. Sometimes we just want to accomplish the yoga pose perfectly and we don't realize the damage that we do to our bodies, right? And just swaying from side to side. When you twist, straightening one leg and the other one, stretching those muscles. Inhaling, coming back to center, letting the arms touch the floor. Exhaling slowly, bending down more, letting the body just hang here. Inhaling, hands to your shin, back straight, gaze towards the floor. Exhaling down, bending your knees, and on the exhale, slowly coming up, palms touching, and hands coming back to your heart center. Closing your eyes here, sensing your heartbeat. Noticing how your feet feel, planting on the ground, on the surface that is supporting us today. Taking a deep inhale, a long, slow exhale. Taking slow, deep breaths here. Sending gratitude to our body. And gratitude for this beautiful day that we get to share. I would like to repeat these statements in your mind and to make them yours and carry them along your life. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and at peace. May I be able to give love and to be loved. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and at peace. May I be able to love and be loved. Deep breath in. Slow breaths out. May I be safe and protected. May I be healthy and at peace. May I be able to love and be loved. Take one last inhale through the nose, and on the exhale, we will let the air out through our mouth. Thank you for spending this morning with me and here today, for making it all the way here. Thank you to everybody that is watching us on YouTube as well. Remember to think happy thoughts, speak kind words, and always, always have a grateful heart. Thank you all for sharing your morning with me, and I think we are ready now to share our experiences for today. You have a microphone that we can pass around, right? And like I said at the beginning, if anybody wants to share how they could bring self-compassion into your lives, like more, then you can, if you want to share it, go ahead and feel free to do so. How was this session for you today?
oh, beautiful, very nice. But self-compassion is kind of about nurturing oneself. Uh-huh. And, when you nurture yourself, you kind of, how can I say it? Just like you said, you look at inward. It's not you look at outside. You're nurturing real self, who you really are. And once we, recognize that, we know we're all one.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I just look at the, breakfast. So many people served.
Yeah.
We cannot live independently. When I came here, I drove my car, and somebody made a car for me, and everybody serve us,
Yeah.
and of course we serve everybody too.
Yes.
So there's the saying, how they go, yeah. For you, I give, and for me, for you, I receive. It's like
yeah. Okay.
yeah. And then together we share, and from this we live. We all live this life together,
Yes.
and we want to be. If we are happy, and we are peaceful, make everybody happy and peaceful, just like you did. It coming from within you, made us all, peaceful and happy, and
Thank you for that.
life is worth it. We live
Yes.
together.
Yeah.
We are not separate.
That's true.
And yeah, beautiful.
Thank
Thank you.
Judy, okay. I love to bother you so much when it comes to talking.
Well, I'm just gonna go on what she said. It was beautiful. And I just feel like sometimes we just get so busy, and it's good just to relax and
To take that pause, right?
just have a moment. My family sometimes tells me that I give myself all at work, and then when I come home, I'm just exhausted and
Exactly.
I don't have time for them.
Well,
So it kind of helps me to kind of like, okay, I need to have more time at home instead of going.
exactly. Yeah. But that's what our the external factors create in us.
Yes.
And if we don't come to that auto realization, and out of and reflection of, okay, what else can I do to better this?
Yeah.
If we don't do that, we're gonna be all the time.
That's right. So this is so much better. So
Thank you. Thank you so much for that. Judy, I'm so sorry. It's your turn.
I don't know what to say. I mean, she tell everything, kind of like, yeah, we live in the society that we kind of like with everyone. You serve certain thing, I do certain things, so we all link together.
Yeah.
So once you really self compassion, well, normally for my job, I give compassion to others first.
Exactly. Yeah.
I listen to my patient about what they concern about, and then I would help them to find a solution for it. And
You
then
give them even advice.
And then to do that, I mean, I need to get my self compassion to, be healthy, just being meditation. Really, you bring your self compassion right there. You need energy. You need to love yourself to be able to serve others or doing more for others. So this is good to remind to practice. Because when I'm home, I'm lazy.
Yeah.
Or you don't remember. You've been busy all the time. You don't remember for yourself.
Exactly.
So
we get lost.
Yeah. So every Saturday, sitting back here and then just like reminding how to live better. Thank you. It's beautiful.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much for the beautiful session. I need it. But yeah, and the topic, makes me think deep about what self-esteem really means. Do we lose our self-esteem when we practice self-compassion?
Well, not really. It becomes something that it's going to be there, but that
Yeah.
you won't be able to act from an egocentristic or narcissistic,
Yeah.
foundation, because that self-esteem is gonna just irradiates literally from you when you practice self-compassion, because that's
This-
exactly
Self-compassion allows us to have more self-esteem.
exactly
But when we look at self-esteem, people may have different definition, different perception about self-esteem. Some people may think that, oh, you have too much self-esteem. You're all about yourself.
because and they
But
sometimes
it's not. Yeah.
link that to self-confidence.
Yeah, it's confidence.
Yeah.
And so it depends on how you look at it. You can make self-esteem a good quality to have. And then, if you look at it the wrong way, it could be bad. But to me, I think self-esteem is not all bad.
No, it's not.
It's actually, we do need to have self-esteem. We all do. It depends on how we use it. Yeah. And so yeah,
it has embraced it.
it does.
To
Yeah.
make you
Yeah.
feel
It
more
makes.
confident, like
Yes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
inside and outside.
Exactly, because
Both combined.
Yeah.
when you practice self-compassion and having a healthy self-esteem
Right.
goes
That's a point.
goes like this,
That's
goes
right.
together.
Right.
It's like this.
Yeah.
So when you are focused on just nurturing your self-esteem, no, I have to look confidence, I have to do this, you are always and constantly attached to every outside factors. You rely on everything that is outside of you.
So the definition that self-esteem depends on external factors only. Is it correct?
Yeah.
Because if self-esteem is strengthened by self-compassion is not really external factor. It's internal.
It's internal,
factor.
yes, and that's
So
what the
is
balance. That's
it-
what where the balance is created, because
Yeah.
you cannot nurture just the external factor, the external ways. You have to create that harmony for you to be able to have that well-being that we all are constantly seeking, and have that healthy self-esteem that can lead us to cope with life itself in a better way.
Right. So you gotta have a self-esteem first, and then you have, because self-esteem itself is not enough.
No, it's not.
That brings suffering.
Exactly.
After for a while, that brings suffering,
Brings
and
suffering
you notice
because you are relying on
outside.
outside.
And then you kind of deplete your energy.
Yes.
So you gotta start. You gotta have a self compassion. Then you can have a confidence, and you have a love, and you have a connection to
Yes.
everybody. So I think that makes sense. Gotta take practice both.
It's like this. It's like
Yes,
this.
it's
They
like
go
that.
together, and it's like everything else in life. Sometimes we don't realize that. For example, I was telling a person once that person was telling me, but I'm religious, I'm a believer, I do this, I do this, I do this, I pray, I do that. And I was like, yes.
You can deplete.
Where are those prayers coming from? Are they coming from the anxiety of the rush that you have for accomplishing what you want to accomplish right now? Or are those prayers coming from the depths and the foundations of your heart? Are they coming from within truthfully? Are they coming from your deep desires, deep, like, not desires, but what deep within you truly want to happen? Or you're just praying because, oh my God, I need to finish this on this deadline, and yada, 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 and it's not happening.
I work with someone like that.
That energy will never get you. That type of energy, that type of trying to approach life, sadly won't lead you to nurture anything positive in your life. And
Don't
you
feel
can,
suffering.
exactly, because you're going to be always expecting, and those expectations will only bring suffering. When you practice self-compassion, for example, when you're focused more, let's just say it like that, when you bring that consciousness and that focus awareness into what self-compassion is in your life, and you nurture that, the world can be crumbling in front of you, and you're not going to feel that you're defeated. Like, you're going to be like, okay, yes, let me step back and see what I can do. And that's, I can say by my own experience right now. I like, for example, and this is something that it's so silly and simple, my younger kids will get a little hysterical when they will break something or spill something, because of course their mom was like, oh my God. They complain that with Paula at home, when something happened, that I don't react. And I was telling them, and what does my reactions did to you? It provoked more anxiety in you. It provoked low self-esteem, because you always wanted it to be where my standards needed to be met, not theirs. Because I was always expecting that they behave a certain way, but they were kids. And we don't get to see that until we truthfully connect with what's within us. That we are okay with saying, okay, I was wrong. I'm vulnerable. I don't feel good. I can make it because I don't feel like I could be there right now, for example. There's so many things that encompasses what practicing self-compassion is that we don't realize. And we don't realize all the external factors that we keep putting on ourselves to push us to be what everybody else in society wants us to be. But we, in that process, we get lost completely. We lost our sense of being, our sense of the sense of the self get lost completely. And we just work towards, because our focus is our self-esteem, which is based on how much I produce, how much I have, how much I do, in comparison to the people around me, or the people doing the same things that I'm doing, or your workspace, your community, your family members. Even it's if you focus your life only in nurturing your self-esteem, you're never gonna find happiness, because there's not gonna be.
It depends on how you look at self-esteem.
Yeah, but if you focus,
if you lack self-esteem, you suffer too.
if you, that's where I was heading, because you're gonna lack. You're gonna have so much lacking in your life of self-compassion, of love, of understanding, of acceptance, of forgiveness, because you become harder on yourself. When that's your focus, you become harder on yourself. And
my view on self-esteem is a bit different. I think you can't really forget, at least what I believe is that there is a different definition, different perception about self-esteem for each person, right? So if you compare two people with self-esteem, their self-esteem may be different depending on
yeah, that is true,
how
because
they
we are
practice
different.
it. Because okay, let's say one person may have self-esteem, but that person's self-esteem depends on external factors 100%. But this person also has self-esteem, but her or his self-esteem is not dependent on external factors, because this person practices
Have other tools, yes.
self-compassion, or so and this person's self-esteem doesn't really depend on external factor,
And that external validation.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, yeah. So so if you say that if you have self-esteem without self-compassion, it will lead you to suffer.
Egocentric.
It's not set in stone like that. It's not, because
yeah.
you can have self-esteem and still be at peace.
And that's something that
So-
is constantly changing as well.
Mhm.
And it will change and it will depend on each individual. But
Right, yeah.
sadly, our society base, same thing it's happening with self-love. There's this huge movement of self-love
Yes.
that it all has to do with physical thing, the hair, the nails, the body, the makeup, and that's a component of self-love. But is that self-love?
It's different. Yeah.
It's not, because you're constantly comparing yourself with everybody that is out there, and you're trying to mimic. You're trying to, oh, I want to have that hair like that. I want to do my makeup like that. I want to do so many things. And I will say that me, for example, I believe that you have to go to certain experience, like unique experiences in life, in order for you to understand certain things. Let's just say it that way. And you all been talking, for example, about my hair today. And I'm going to tell you a story about my hair. I had the most beautiful curls growing up, but I was the only one in my family with curly hair. I was constantly said, oh my God, you look like a witch. Oh my God, look at that hair. Oh, did you do your hair today? Oh my God, this and that. My mom, she did not knew how to deal with my curls, because her hair is very much straight. You met her. And what she started doing, she started taking me to get like my hair like relaxers. She started straightening my hair. When I got a little bit older, I was like, nope, nobody's touching my head anymore. But that was the story of my life. So all of a sudden, without me realizing how that was damaging my self-esteem, I stopped completely letting my hair be natural, like at all. Never, ever, until recently. If I did not started practicing self-compassion more in depth, and if I did not started immersing myself more into what mindfulness is, into what mindfulness meditation is, into what trying to find that self-healing and trying to be here, but be here fully with presence. If I do not do the things that I do, I wouldn't be able to sit here today and talk about anything at all. I would not dare seriously to sit here and try to give a lesson, because that would not come from here. And I will never sit and try to teach or try to lead a session, a group, a class, anything, if it's not something that I had experienced already, or that I'm not practicing. Because I feel that I cannot pour from, when I'm, like I said before, we cannot pour from an empty, yeah, we cannot pour from an empty cup. And it's not only about, oh, I do this and saying it. It's about truthfully putting in the work. And the work is constant, it's nonstop. It's something that you have to be doing 24/7. But then when you start doing it, it just flows along with you. And it doesn't feel heavy. It doesn't feel like you're doing anything, because that's exactly. And you feel lighter and you feel happier and you find joy in the simple things, and you can, and like I said, life can be crumbling in front of you, and you're gonna be like, oh, okay, what do I learn from this? How can I do this? But it takes continuous effort and continuous practice. The moment you stop, you're gonna realize like, oh, all of a sudden I get all grouchy if I'm not fully aware of the things that I'm doing. And then I cut myself, oh, I'm like this because this, and that. And like I said, we always have the most beautiful and valuable tool in life, which is our breath, where we can always come back home to us. So, yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
Well, thanks to every one of you. Like, really, really, really enjoy talking about this. And this is something, like I said, that the more I practice it and the more I teach it, it just comes easier. And it's like, and life becomes so much easier and less heavy. I sometimes said, I wish, I told that to my husband, I sometimes wish you can experience life the way I'm experiencing it right now. I wish everybody could do that right now, you know, because sometimes I hear when people say to me, like, for example, when I'm not feeling good, like, I still, with that influenza that I had, I still woke up, I still took Paula to school, I came back home and died until it was time to pick her up again, because he needed to go to work, and we have no family here that we can rely, right, on that. And those days, at some point, somebody said, I don't know how you do it. And I was like, and when you have no choice to do things certain ways, you need to learn the healthier way of doing it, because if not, you damage yourself. And it's like I said, those days I woke up, I was like, okay, make her breakfast, did everything with how bad I was feeling anyways, and I was like, no, I can do this. Rest again.
You can do it.
But it's like things like that, and when you realize that, you just need to stop trying to control how life unfolds in front of you, because that's a challenge you're gonna have all your life, and a struggle you're gonna carry with you. That's how you try to live life, trying to control the outcome of everything. The moment you let go of that,
So,
you go like,
so,
yeah. But I really like, I enjoy very much that those things happen, or when people say, oh my God, you're so joyful all the time. So, oh my God, it takes a lot of practice. And not that I'm just like that. But it takes a lot. Oh yeah, of everything that we do, that we said, that we bring within us. Everything affects us. Everything affects our energy. Everything is, just like you said, we're very much connected.
yeah, we are one. We have a different body, and but you know, in essence, we are all one.
Yeah.
And then we don't need our body. We can be independent without it. If we recognize that, we are free.
Yes.
You know, yeah. We can be independent.
Yeah, that's true.
From our body.
Yeah. And it's like I said, we're
just knowing that.
we're just this
empowering.
beautiful, energetic
We
beings.
never die.
Yes.
We never die.
We're this beautiful, energetic beings.
You read that book, We Never Die?
No.
Matt Fraser. Read that book.
Oh yeah, that.
Oh, is that
We
right?
Never
I
Die.
didn't even know there was a book like that.
Yeah.
We never die.
We never die.
No, we never die.
Yeah, we're always
We
on
are
this
not. We are
stage.
independent. We are
Yeah.
independent from our body, so we can do, you know, anything we want to do. Once we realize that there is no limitation.
Exactly.
Because only body have limitations, not who we really
Who
are.
we really
not
are.
Essence. Of who we
Exactly.
are. That has to be, you know,
That's something.
nurturing that. That's our inner self.
Yeah.
Nurturing our inner self, and we are independent from our body. Yeah,
And that's the beauty of living.
that's a beauty of
being here, or living, or
that's
being
a
alive,
beauty of you know,
or of existing, of everything.
deep
Like,
understanding.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. That's how it is.
That's how it is.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Well, thank you.
To
Beautiful.
you.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Especially that bear was so nice. Ringing the bear. Oh, yeah.
I'm glad you like it. Oh my goodness.